Under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. A good matchup here for you tonight between the New York Yankees and the Texas Rangers. It's Rangers baseball, and it comes your way next. Colby Allard, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, this guy also uses that pitch that's kind of in vogue in the game now, that cutter. It looks to the hitter like a four-seam fastball, and the next thing you know, it's running in on you. Mariano Rivera used that pitch exclusively in the ninth inning and broke a lot of bats, and this guy joins a long list of guys that have added the cutter to his repertoire.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Up and away to start the inning, it's 1-0. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
The 2-1. Aaron Hicks will be next. The 3-1. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
I know we're just one batter into this game, but this pitcher's going to have to be aggressive in the strike zone. He cannot consistently fall behind and give these guys 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, or he's going to have a long day.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Urshela on at first, nobody out. Line towards center field. That gets down, he's got himself a base hit. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
They come out of the gates being aggressive at the plate, and it's paid off for them. A single and now a double. Runners at second and third with all kinds of momentum on their side. A base hit scores 2. We'll see if they can cash them in.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. He's got it. And a step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. With that, here's a look at the Yankees' starting lineup. DeRosa, tell us about this lineup as they try to force a rubber match in the series.
You want to talk about a team's worst nightmare. That's what this lineup possesses. They lead the league in on-base percentage. I don't care if it's hits, walks, hit by pitch. Does not matter. They are finding ways to create traffic on the base pass almost every inning. And eventually, someone's going to catch a gap, and that usually means 2 to 3 runs and a victory.
Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. And that one yanked just foul. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Two and 1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. Now a high fly ball headed for the corner in left. It has the distance and nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball.
Ah, man, just a hair early on that one and just pulled it foul. It's going to have to find a way to refocus. Not easy to continue an AB after you just went deep foul.
The next 3-2. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Another one sent foul. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game. Clint Frazier will have to get loose in a hurry now as he'll come in and run following the injury. Into the box, Giancarlo Stanton. And the Yanks trying to make this first inning even sweeter here. From the stretch. The cutter runs outside, ball 1.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
2-0 to the Yankees left fielder.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
Three and 0 now.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Three balls, no strikes. No offer from Stanton. It's ball 4, so he'll head down to first.
He's definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks here in the first, giving up a couple of base knocks and that walk. First innings are often some of the toughest for a starting pitcher.
Now it'll be Gleyber Torres, and their runners at the corners now. Has a look, now the pitch. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but if he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
Behind 0-2 now. Here it is. And he sends it the other way toward right center. Right fielder is on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. The Yankees forced to settle for 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Yankees are out in front, 1-0. Corey Kluber is on the mound for game 2. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's last 3 starts haven't been that bad, but he's picked up a no decision in all 3. I'm sure he'd like to pick up the W in this one here today.
Clint Frazier will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center, number 77.
That'll bring in Nick Solak. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here it comes.
For the Rangers, the third baseman.
Nope, ball one.
And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Count even now at 1-1. Here it comes. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
1-2.
The offensive game plan today is certainly to see the ball up. This guy is known on the mound for sinker changeup combination. He's going to try and establish down in the zone to get swing and a miss or ground balls consistently. You have to find something above the belt to get loose on.
Hit hard up the middle, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, Dero, this looks like it could be a high-scoring affair. Home team comes up now, and they've got something brewing in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime you put that leadoff batter on base, that spells disaster for the pitcher. You don't know, you can work the bunt, hit and run, steal. Oh, I forgot. They don't bunt or hit and run.
In now, Charlie Culverson, as Kluber's able to get ahead of him here with strike 1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. He's ready, now the pitch.
Outside.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Solak aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
David Dahl to the plate now, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Kluber pauses. Here's the 1-2.
Nope, that's inside.
Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside.
Got to execute a good pitch right here. Runner at first is probably going to be on the move, and you got one of the better hitters on their team up at the plate.
Runners on first with 1 down. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
That brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. First pitch of the AB now, as he'll take a look at ball one. Two out with the man at first. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle-of-the-order power guy.
Now the 2-0 home. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Stanton has a read on it. And he's got it for the final out of the frame. One left for Texas. It remains 1-0. Now at the plate, Luke Voigt. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. And now the first pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
Batting it, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. And he'll bounce one on the ground to first. Culberson on to first, and they get them both.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Here's Miguel Andujar now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. The 1-0 home.
I like the way they're making him work out on that mound. They've taken a lot of early pitches right here. It's going to benefit them in the later innings.
Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike. Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. And he lays off again, ball 3.
One thing that could nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at-bat here.
The 3-1 pitch. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks in bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Striding in is Gio Urshela. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. From the stretch.
He'll take that first pitch strike all day long. If they're going to take 0-0, he's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Ready with the 0-2. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
Well, he's been laboring a bit through these first 2 innings of work. That's 37 pitches, and ideally, he'd be closer to 27 instead.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
3 balls.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Working for the punch out and the offering. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. The Yanks leave 1. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Here's Chris Davis now. He was hitless in the shutout last night.
The designated hitter, Chris Davis.
Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, Dero, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times, his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Chris Davis.
I got to count 2-2.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect Willie Calhoun. Lifted the other way to left center. On the move is Stanton. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Now the first pitch, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Got him out at his front foot. It's 0-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Calhoun, the runner at second with 1 away. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and Watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
At the plate, Ronald Guzman. In the air, down the line in left. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. One and one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two now as that one's fouled off. Here comes the 1 and 2. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3 and the side is retired. Rangers leave 1. They trail this one 1-0.
There's a strange wind blowing.
Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll bring up the outfielder Clint Frazier. First pitch on its way. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
0-1.
And the pitch. Hit hard to third. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Now back, second baseman, DJ LeMay.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Odor on to first, and it's another double play. Already 2 of them here in the first 3 innings so far.
The right field, number 91, Aaron Judge.
So base is empty now after the double play. And standing in the outfielder, Aaron Judge. First delivery to him.
Nope.
One ball, 1 strike to count.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now.
2 strikes.
Bounce it to the left side. Throw on to Guzman at first, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Yankees. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning now, and now it'll be the catcher, Jose Trevino.
The catcher, Jose.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
1-1 the count now. This is in the air to left. Stanton on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman.
And now Nick Solak. Second at bat here, he reached via a single to lead off the home first.
Not an easy thing to do when you're in a leadoff spot, but that was a good piece of hitting in his first at bat, an opposite field base hit, which leads me to believe that this guy's going to cover both sides of the plate. Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that field because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
The 1-0.
Inside, ball 2.
Hey, a curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
Now the 2-0.
Hey, that's just a nice get-me-over curveball there to steal a strike. I don't think he was looking for that one.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High and deep to right center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Charlie DeRosa.
So 2 are gone here in the Rangers' third, and that'll bring in the Georgia native Charlie Culberson. Here's the first pitch.
Ball inside.
Now the 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. Running hard, he's digging for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most 2 base hits this year. And we find that these guys are currently 4th best in that category in the junior circuit. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Stanton has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Welcome back to Arlington. Before we get much further, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. All set for the start of the 4th. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Giancarlo Stanton. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And he'll bounce one on the ground to first. Reined in. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
So 1 out and nobody aboard, and that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder Gleyber Torres. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Fouled away. The 1-2. Hit in the air to right field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Luke Voigt.
So now into the box is Luke Voigt. He singled in his first AB. The pitch. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Yankees 1 and the Rangers nothing. So now here is Joey Gallo. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0.
Ball.
2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
3-0 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Chris Davis next to bat. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Gallo gets his lead at first, nobody out. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
Pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
So stepping in is Willie Calhoun, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Here's the first pitch to him. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Calhoun is holding on to a batting average way down in the 210s.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Now the 2-0 home. Hits the outside corner, strike 1.
I'm not going to lie, I thought he lost it right there. He had no feel for the baseball, missing wildly several balls in a row, but able to attack the zone right now. Let's see if he gets back into it.
2-2.
I got to count 2-2.
And it's fouled away. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. And another foul ball. Ready with another 2-2.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. High and deep down the left field line. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that misses. Ball 4, and he's going to need to settle down in a hurry now because he's in a peck of trouble.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
So stepping in is Rougned Odor, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. He's set, and the pitch. Yanked hard, but foul to the right.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here. But at the plate, he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying.
Now Odor turns on one and sends it to deep right. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. But the throw is well up the line, and a second run's going to score.
This thing was a double or more the second it left his bat. He really drove it well, and it ended up one-hopping the wall out there. And more importantly, he picks up 2 RBI along the way.
Stepping in now, Ronald Guzman. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
A 2-1 count to the Rangers' first baseman. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still even at 2-2. A little bouncer. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed, strike 3.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
At the plate now, Jose Trevino, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. We'll see if he can deliver here. Runner still at second and third with 1 away now. The 0-1 pitch. This is in the air out to left field. Stanton has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And add a run on the sacrifice fly, as that'll make this a 3-1 game.
That was a good, controlled swing out of him there, and that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Nick Solak. He flew out in his last AB. First pitch of the AB on its way.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
3 runs already home here. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Fouled off. Here comes the 1-2.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So they pick up 3 runs on just 1 lone hit, no errors, and a runner left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Rangers on top here, 3-1. Now into the box, Gary Sanchez. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
The pitch.
1-0.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
The 1-0.
Hey.
1-2 now as this catches the outer half. Into the windup and the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Stepping up is Miguel Andujar. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. Now the pitch. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Three to 1 our score as we play inning number 5. 2-0. Now a swing and a little tapper to the left of the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Urshela.
And now in the box, Gio Urshela. He singled and later scored his team's only run back in the very first inning. He's 1 for 2. Now the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
1-1 to count.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
The 1-1.
Count 2-1.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
he stays alive here as he gets a piece of this, and in turn he gets a piece of the catcher behind the plate. Another 2-2 offering. And this is lifted in the air out to left. He's under it, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. They still trail it here 3-1. At the plate now is Charlie Culberson. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Here's the pitch. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Hey, guys, it's obvious he's not picking the ball up. He's out in front on 2 off-speed pitches and now finds himself 0-2. Going to have to find a way to stay back if he's going to battle through this AB.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
To the plate now, David Dahl. As Kluber's able to get ahead of him here with strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And it's quickly 0-2. One out, nobody on. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Joey Gallo.
Here's Joey Gallo now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. The 1-0 home. Two out, nobody on. This ball will be chopped foul.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Counts even 2-2 to Joey Gallo. And here in just the 5th inning, this will be pitch number 100 here.
Boy, pitch count up near 100 right now, D-Row. And this is when you try to get to a good starting pitcher. Right now, looks like he's running on fumes.
Yeah, the manager's got to get a couple people up in the bullpen right now. One ball hits the gap. They get runners in scoring position. This game could be out of commission.
Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now. Chris Davis would be next. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he fouls this one off. Payoff pitch one more time. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the big-time power bat of right-handed hitter Chris Davis. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Nope, that's down.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Willie Calhoun is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Gallo over at second. Davis at first, 2 out in the inning. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Ball 1 as the changeup misses well off the inside.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
From the stretch to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
2 down, runners at first and second. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the payoff pitch home. Swing and a little tapper. The next 3-2. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Fouled away. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Rangers leave a pair, and it's still 3-1. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Clint Frazier.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now, but this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Hey, that was 8 straight up until that base hit right there. Let's see if the offense gets something rolling now.
Into the box, DJ LeMahieu, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And this is on the ground to short. Could be two. To first, and Guzman to complete the double play.
Really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Waiting on it is Dahl. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Yanks held in check, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Zach Britton enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 53, Zach Britton.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and set to go is the second baseman, Rougned Odor.
The second baseman, Rougned Odor.
And now the first pitch. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ronald Guzman.
So now to the plate, Ronald Guzman. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. No hits to this point. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His first home run of the season as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Oh, that swing has to feel good right there. If you look at the numbers, this guy does not give up many long balls. To take him deep in this spot certainly is huge.
Next up, Jose Trevino. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
First pitch on the way as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one.
Hey, this pitcher's being super aggressive, pounding the strike zone 5 times in a row, leaving nothing to the imagination right here. This offensive player has got to be on the attack.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. One and two to the Rangers catcher. Base is empty here with nobody out. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
In now, Nick Solak, as he lifts it in the air to right field. Judge is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Charlie.
So 2 away for the Rangers here in the 6th, and that'll bring in the Georgia native Charlie Culberson. First delivery to him, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's fouled away. Ball and 2 strikes to the Rangers shortstop. Fouled off. Another 1-2 delivery. And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. But 2 here in the Rangers half of the inning, and they come on this 2-run home run. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters to start the 7th. It's now 5-1. Seventh inning ready to roll, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Giancarlo Stanton. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there. 0-1, here it comes. Stanton is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. Now a swing and a miss, and Stanton is down on strikes for round number 1. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. In tight, awfully tight. 2-0 now.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. Home run number 9 on the year, and it's now a 5-2 game.
I just love that approach at the plate, and you're seeing that in today's game even more. Guys are so strong and so athletic, and it was on display right there for him to drive that ball out the other way and keep it barely fair.
Standing in now, Luke Voigt. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. The 1-0. Popped him up. Trevino moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Next for New York, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch on its way. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Hit to short. Throw on to Guzman at first, and the inning is over. The Yankees claw back a bit thanks to the home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Rangers 5 and the Yankees 2. Domingo Germán will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
Number 55, Domingo Germán.
And now here is David Dahl. He went down on strikes last time up.
The left fielder, David.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Germán, 28 years old. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
A ball and a strike.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box now, Joey Gallo. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-0. Fouled away. Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Here comes the 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
At the plate now, Chris Davis, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Interested to see what the pitcher goes to now. After getting that late hack on the curveball, does he speed him up with some velocity?
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. 0-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 1-2.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
Dahl, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Stepping in now, Willie Calhoun, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0 home, and it's fouled away. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. The 2-1 home. Back up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
So here's the left-handed bat of Rougned Odor, and he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. And the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. Rangers leave a pair. They're still out in front, 5-2. Jonathan Hernandez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 72, Jonathan.
Ready to begin the 8th, and striding into the plate, it'll be Miguel Andujar. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Fouled off. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Ready now is Gio Urshela. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
The 1-0. Swing and a liner. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Ro, he's been locked in from day one of this season, and it's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. From the belt, the pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Three and 2 to the Yankees center fielder.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
He loses him on ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
So a big spot here. Bases loaded, nobody out, and that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Seared down the first baseline. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Andujar, the runner at third. Urshela at second. Frazier on at first with nobody out. Chopped at third. Tough to get to. Odor back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
A base is loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He sways and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
Oh, that counts.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
1-1. Hard liner to center field. Calhoun makes the play for out number 3. Yankees forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Texas is out in front 5-3. Ready to take his hacks again. Ronald Guzman blasted a 2-run homer in his last at-bat. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
Now the 1-0.
2 balls. No strike.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
Now here's the pitch. Outside,
Oh, that's
3-0 now.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
A 3-0. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So next to the plate for Texas, Jose Trevino. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. No balls and 1 strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Into the corner and slicing foul. No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
From the belt, the pitch. Down the left field line and deep. Two pitches fouled away. A runner at first with no outs here. And he holds off on the breaking ball, so the count runs full.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Now the payoff pitch home.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
The next 3-2 will be a base hit into center field.
Hey guys, that fires me up right there. He stuck his nose in there, grinded out a 10-pitch AB, and delivers a knock. That was fun to watch.
Jonathan Loaizaga comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. So now to the plate, Nick Solak. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to get to that quickly, though, and the count will even at 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Now a long throw home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
To the plate now, Charlie Culberson, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Inside, ball one.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Comes set, now the pitch. And he lays off the breaking ball there as he moves ahead to 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Set, here's the 3-1. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. And he fouls this one off. First and second here with nobody out. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Next, it'll be David Dahl, singled in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lofted in the air out to right field. Judge is under it. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Hey, talk about having a productive inning. You like to see that. You like to add on runs anytime you can. And the sac fly here gives their team another insurance run, and they're starting to blow this thing wide open.
First pitch coming, here it is. Joey Gallo stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A ball and a strike.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Popped him up. Sanchez waits on it. 2 down.
Designated hitter number 4, Chris Davis.
To the plate now for Texas is the DH, Chris Davis. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Looking to minimize the damage here.
0-1.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We've played 8 full. The Rangers lead this one 7-3. Brett Martin comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Number 59, Brett Martin.
All set to start the ninth in this one, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Giancarlo Stanton. Here's the pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now the Rangers get a reliever up and throwing in the bullpen as a right-hander's begun to warm up out there. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
Ball, that's out.
Talk about certain guys in the lineup that you want to be really careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
Now the 2-0.
Ball 3.
Gleyber Torres is on deck. Here it comes, the 3-0. Back up the middle. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. So with his day fully over now, you get a look at the pitching line for the Rangers starter. He was great all night long.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
Next up will be Gleyber Torres, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a fastball. Oh, strike 3 called on a pitch that looked inside. Instead, it's out number 2.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Standing in now, Luke Voigt. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Going back is the left fielder to the track. And it's gone. A solo shot here to left, number 11 for him on the season, and it's now a 7-4 ball game.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt-high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Jose Leclerc gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. At the plate, Gary Sanchez. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now here it comes. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
3-0 to him now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, but he's still in the driver's seat. 3-1.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
The 3-1. And this is swung on and missed. So now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
Last chance for the Yankees. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them. And that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. First pitch on its way as the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1.
Now, this guy's got some of the nastiest stuff in the game, and it is absolutely no fun for an offense to try and piece together any type of attack when he's throwing this stuff.
0-1, here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. And now this crowd, announced at around 22,000, comes to their feet. Yankees, good night.
Some more good work out of the bullpen as he notches his 10th save of the season right there. Nice job.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Rangers took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Colby Allard earns the win, his second. Corey Kluber struck out 10 in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Everybody know y'all like the funk fake. Yeah, yeah. They won't stick in with me like some duct tape. Coming easy to me, do that in one take. Yeah, yeah.
The final line score for our ballgame tonight. For the victorious Rangers, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Yankees, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.